Rise of Nations is a game that we all know and love. Yo, if you've already seen this video, you know that I'm very proud of it and I'm happy about it. And I'm finally gonna say what happened to it and why I got into a dispute over copyright issues with another fellow YouTuber. This video, if you've never seen it before, it's from my old PC. I'm also gonna update it with the new updates that we have now. So, yeah. Rise of Nations is a game that we all know and love, and has been around for over 3 years now. But I guarantee that you don't know its history. Today I'll be going over the history of Rise of Nations. The story starts with what I'd like to call the beginning era. It's November 14th, 2018, and after creating and publishing 11 games, Hyperant decides to publish another one. The game slowly but surely grows, with the first YouTube video being posted of the game by user char_the2nd on February 15th, 2019. The game hosts its own Discord server in the same year on April 24th. Do you want epic naval battles? Well, it's April 27th and frigates, battleships, and aircraft carriers have all been added to the game. That last one totally won't be OP in the future. Stability. What was that? You want to be able to control the stability of your nation? Well, just your luck. It's May 5th and you now have the ability to collapse and bring unrest to the nation. Have fun adding that to your list of things to manage. This next part is what I'd like to call the consistent era. Updates were coming out weekly from Hyperant. First was the aircraft update on May 7th, and we got attackers, bombers, and fighters. Next was the oil update a week later, and it was geo-resourcefully accurate, if that's even a word. Basically, the Middle East had the most oil. And then another week after that was the releasable update. Updates just kept on coming, and it looked like Hyperant was never gonna stop. Until he slowed down. The last update Hyperant would make before slowing down was the terrain update, a week after the previous update. You can blame Hyperant for Iran being Spain without the S to invade. From this point on, there was no consistent update schedule, and updates just came whenever Hyperant was ready. However, his reputation isn't ruined. For now. And the game would still grow, so we can take it slow. Not like that though.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
The next update came 3 weeks later on June 22nd, and it added factions to the game. Did you know you used to require 500 million to create a faction? Yeah, crazy. Hyperant, please nerf factions. Also, all these new formables were added to the game. 2 weeks later on July 5th, the military update came to the game. Doctrines were added, purchased with a new mechanic, military power, and the mighty submarine was added to the game. Once again, have fun with that. After this update, it took Hyperant about 2 3/4 months to get to the next update, which was the resource update on September 8th. Trading was reworked, all these resources we know and love today were added, and new buildings were dropped. But I'm not finished. You can construct roads between your country, all your notifications are in the lower left now, bombers have been tweaked, you can search for countries in the search bar, there are new key mines, and finally a formable map to see the required cities or countries you need. It took long to drop, but it was a content-packed update. Okay, let's go off topic for a little bit. In early September 2019, a kinda sorta not really small YouTuber by the name of Tankfish made his first video in a 4-part series on Rise of Nations, which grew its audience even more, and Tankfish's channel. This isn't the only example of a YouTuber growing the game's audience, but Tankfish seems to be the only person that grew it to a massive extent. Okay, back to Ron now. On October 11th, Hyperant released skins to the game, which are basically just reskins of the units you see in game. They were the German and American tank skins. Also, tons of new formables were added, listed here. About a month and a half later was the Epic Technology Update, which took long but was also content packed. The technology tree went from 19 slots to 162, and pop-ups come up when you have new tech available. All these tweaks and changes were made. And these were the formables released from the update. There were less updates in 2 years than there were in 2019. Put that into scale for you, that's basically an update every 3 months, which sounds good on paper but wasn't really the case. Ironically, this is when most of the YouTubers you know and love get into the game. Except for me, I started recording in October 2021. Alright, time to put you up to speed with these last 8 updates. 1 extra buffs because the ideological ones weren't enough? Policies have been added. Tired of going all around Africa just for one country? Canals are in the game and they benefit the country owner more than the user. Don't want to see a horrendous lobby UI? It's been reworked. Want buffs on your troops? It's general time. Want biomes for Christmas 2020? HyperRank gotcha, but it's gonna remove German Reich, Trio Java, and Filipino Empire for Roblox TOS reasons. Finally, we get the last 3 updates to the game in 2021. The treaty update on May 13th allows you to specify literally everything after a war. A rumored update for a year that was going to be an April Fool's update drops on August 27th that grows the game even more. It's nukes, by the way. And finally, we get to the useless population dynamic thing on November 11th. Debate me about it if you want. And now, we are here. Gotta give him props for being a solo developer though. However, it is rumored that Spies will be coming soon, so be hopeful for that, I guess. Bro, that's kinda crazy that 6 months ago everyone thought HyperRank was dropping espionage. Anyway, there have been around 10 updates since then, so let's get into it. If you love Antarctica so much, come get some with this new update. First update since 2021, and bro dropped Antarctica. A day later, there were also some North America releasables. If I remember correctly, I think this was for 100 million visits. After this was another kinda sorta insignificant update, Kosovo and Falkland Islands. Then after that, HyperRank copied way forward and added paratroopers, which is a pretty big W if you're into that, of course, and 4 new formables from different spots in the world. Then 3 updates came in a single week. First one was not major, and it was just an update to Canada with a releasable called Cascadia. The second was a map editor, or at least like a beta version of it. I made a video on it already. And then the third was a full tile revamp of Central America, and this will become a pattern in the future with revamps happening over and over. Then another 2 updates came in 1 week. The first one entirely revamping South America. There are new biomes and terrains, and all these new releasables are here. The second one just revamped the British Isles.
What the hell?
Are you serious right now?
After this, we probably got the biggest update to RON since population growth. A full revamp of Europe, new starting countries and dependencies globally, new formables, new releasables, changed country colors, and made certain formables use tiles instead of country. And if you thought HyperRank was asleep, you're wrong, because 3 days later he did another crazy update, but for Africa. Yeah, bro was on a roll. Also new titles and removed formables. So here we are, the last 3 recent updates to Rise of Nation. Before I tell you about them, I want you to guess what they are. Done guessing? Okay, let's go. The Middle East was revamped and we got more titles, but my favorite part is that Palestine is a starting nation. So eat your popcorn in the comment. And of course, there are more new titles and releasables. Next was a minor update that wasn't that minor because it boosted the player amount from 24 to 32 in a server. I don't know why, don't know how to feel, it's there. And finally, the last update to RON, and the most recent one, was a building/mining update, more to mines. Mines were reworked and they gave diamonds a purpose, which are 4 mines. And I think you can build more factories now. Actually, I know because I made a video on it. And yeah, that's about it. The whole history of RON. Worked super hard on this video, so it would mean a lot if you guys subscribed, told somebody, and you know, maybe gave it a like. And it means a lot to have this video back. You know, the video took a very long time. So if you watched to this part of the video, I want you to comment Havel, 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 okay? Yeah, see you in the next video.